Yo, what's up? I'm going to react to Peter Schragers' mock draft 2.0 as my camera for a game falls down. But yeah, this is his second draft. He's quite like an interesting player. Analyst. Like he doesn't watch film, he said, but he has a lot of insiders in like every single team pretty much. So he's just hearing stuff from teams. That's kind of how he makes his draft. So yeah, we'll just get into it. First pick's going to be obvious. Trevor Lawrence, lock it in. Best player in the draft, blah, blah, blah. Second pick, wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Zach Wilson also. Makes sense. People don't really have much difference. Some people say Justin Fields, but Zach Wilson, he's second best quarterback in the class. And the Jets, yeah, they could use their franchise quarterback. Three, Mac Jones. Yeah, I just don't like it. I've said it many times. Like, I think Trey Lance or Justin Fields are better players overall. Like Mac Jones, I don't know why you would trade that much to get him. I feel like you could have traded like to a different spot to possibly get him. I don't know why you trade up to three, and I don't think Mac Jones is going to offer you that much. For Kyle Pitts, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. If they don't trade out of that fourth pick, I think they should probably trade out and maybe pick up like Patrick Surtain or something to improve that defense. But if you just have an amazing offense like this, you could put Kyle Pitts in there. You got so many weapons. It's gonna be hard to stop like anybody on your offense. You're just gonna, if you're not a top five offense in the league with that, then yeah. Five Bengals, Penei Sewell. Yeah, this is kind of like between Jamar Chase and Penei Sewell probably. I mean, there could be somebody else they could surprise like Rashawn Slater or like another receiver like Devontae Smith something. But Penei Sewell, yeah, he'll improve your offensive line immediately. Play guard or tackle. He could maybe start at guard straight away, but either way, he would improve your offensive line, I think. And he has a ton of potential. And then number six, Jamar Chase. Yeah, best receiver in the class. The Dolphins, they could probably use another separator at the receiver position. Really help out Tua. And the Dolphins don't got a ton of needs. Maybe O-line's a bit of a need, but Jamar Chase is just an amazing receiver prospect, so I would like that. Jalen Waddle. Wow, the Cardinals trade up to get Jalen Waddle. Yeah, it's a really good fit for Jalen Waddle. And the Lions, yeah, they could take Jalen Waddle, so they don't take the risk. They trade up to the Lions spot, take Jalen Waddle, really get good deep threat for them. Kind of better player than Andy Andy Isabella was ever. And yeah, that'd be really good for Kyle Murray's strong arm. Justin Fields, number eight to the Panthers. Yeah, that makes total sense. Also, I think I mean, doesn't, bro? I wasn't thinking for a second. They did trade for Sam Donald, but I don't think they're that committed to them. So I don't mind the pick. Maybe Rashawn Slater is a better pick straight away. I feel like he would kind of be giving up on Sam Darnold a bit. But I guess if you see Justin Fields as being this really good player, he can probably be better than Sam Darnold, and you're surprised that he drops to your spot because you probably think he's going to go earlier than this, I guess you could take him. It is a very good possibility of him on the board. Although I would maybe prefer to get a person that could improve your team straight away, like maybe even a weapon. But I mean, if they're not sold on Sam Donald, then Justin Fields. I might really like Justin Fields. And then Trey Lance, number nine. Yeah, I think the Broncos, like, that's the only really big need they have. Probably another quarterback. I'm not sold on Drew Lock. And I think Trey Lance has a ton of potential. Potential? What? Potential. But the only problem with Trey Lance really is like his low. He didn't have a lot of production. Like he didn't play a lot, so he's a very raw player. Also, wasn't playing against amazing competition, so you kind of don't know if you want to start him straight away because that could just be a bit bad. Maybe sit him for a year, but the Broncos are kind of in a bit of win now ish. Like they send a lot of 1 year contracts and they got aging players, but I like it. And then Patrick Surtain, number 10. Yeah, the Cowboys really need help in their secondary. I mean, they might value J.C. Horn higher, you never know, but I think personally, Patrick Surtain, like teaming him up with Trayvon Diggs on that secondary, really improve your secondary. Now your secondary is not looking too bad either, because they really just need another big time corner. So I'm just going to take a sip of water. You know, it's water time. Oh, that's yummy. And the Giants take J.C. Horn. Makes sense, I guess. They do have Dory Jackson and James Bradbury, and I guess Logan Ryan in the slot. Corner's not a massive need, actually. I think Devontae Smith might be a good pick here. Not gonna lie. Maybe even Rashawn Slater. I don't know if J.C. Horn's the best pick at this point because you don't got cornerback. You got other needs. Like I think even Micah Parsons would be a better pick, to be honest. But, I mean, I guess if J.C. Horn is really high on your board, then yeah. But then they're also looking to trade out of this pick, so that I mean that kind of shows that they maybe won't be wanting to go for the big time corners. Maybe edge defender later, like they trade down, get like a Quiddy Pay or something. So I'm just not sure about this pick. I don't. It doesn't seem very realistic. And the Patriots trade up for Devontae Smith. Yeah, they could trade up for a receiver. I mean, Devontae Smith could fall to their spot realistically, but the Patriots they have quite a good amount of picks, and I guess the Eagles will definitely take Devontae Smith actually, unless they're just surprises. So yeah, I guess they trade it with the Eagles so they don't take receiver. Yeah, that makes sense. And they did pick up two receivers and two tight ends, so they'll just get more weapons. Devontae Smith. And then the offense is really lethal, and they can look to compete straight away now with a good receiver like Devontae Smith. And Rashawn Slater, number 13, to the Chargers. So, yeah. This would be just a straightforward pick. The Chargers need a tackle, and Rashawn Slater could fit in straight away and be a really good player for Justin Herbert for the rest of his career, probably. They could really be a good tandem, I guess. 14, Vikings go Jalen Phillips. Yeah, Jalen Phillips is a good edge defender. He is very risky, but he is very talented. I do really like him. I do prefer Quiddy Pay, but that's just personal opinion. And they don't really got anything else on that edge besides Daniil Hunter. So Jalen Phillips, I guess, would play on the other edge spot and could be really productive because he has a lot of potential, but he also those injuries are concerning. So you don't really know. He could maybe even fall the first round with those injuries. You kind of just some teams might value it more than others. Eagles Elijah Vera Tuckle. I can't speak. But this is a bit of a surprising pick, I guess. Elijah Vera Tucker. He'd probably play guard. I guess he could play tackle. Their O line is pretty atrocious. I mean, it can be good if like players are healthy. They got Brandon Brooks at the guard, Kelsey at the center, and Lane Johnson at the other tackle. Like those are good players, but they seem to be injured every single year. Not Kelsey as much, but yeah, I guess Elijah Vertucker could improve your O line, but at pick 15 for a guard. I think maybe an edge defender like Quiddy Pay would be better pick at this point. Like I actually quite like Quiddy Pay here. He could improve your defense immediately, or a corner even, like Craig Newsome or Asante Samuel. The Lions, Christian Dershaw. Yeah, they traded back, get a really good tackle in Christian Dershaw. That's not a bad pick at all. Their O-line, again, isn't that amazing. Like, they could improve. It's not their biggest need. Like, their tackles didn't play that bad, and they got Big V, but he could play guard also. He has versatility. But Christian Dershaw, yeah, he could really improve your offensive line overall, and he's a good player. The Raiders go Micah Parsons. They could use another linebacker. They got Corey Littleton, who could be a decent coverage linebacker. Was that amazing last year? I think they might go for Christian Barmore here in real life. Like, I think that could be a really big possibility because, like, supposedly he might go higher than more. And they cut Maurice Hurst, who was actually pretty decent. So they kind of need a defensive tackle, but they also need a linebacker. And if Micah Parsons is here, they could really like him. Or they could prefer JOK. I like JOK. And the Dolphins, Tevin Jenkins. Yeah, I like Tevin Jenkins quite a lot. The Dolphins, their O-line would pretty much be fixed with this pick because Tevin Jenkins would probably play tackle straight away. And then you could switch Austin Jackson. He could play the other tackle spot. Move Robert Hunt inside. And that O-line's looking pretty complete. Maybe a center you could get. But I don't mind it. Washington football team, they go Travis Etienne. Bro, why? This is weird. I've never seen this before. Why would you go for a running back at pick 19? You've got other needs like defense. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah seems like a better fit, but maybe he's got a really good like contact from the Washington football team. Maybe he's talking with them right now. But he's saying he loves the addition. Like, it would be a nice addition, but it's not going to improve your team. You got Antonio Gibson in there, and J.D. McKissick's already a good pass catcher. They really like J.D. McKissick, it seems like. They used him a lot. So Travis Etienne, he'd be an upgrade over J.D. McKissick, but a running back at pick 19, I freaking hate it. Like, there's so much other things you can do to immediately improve your team. Like, picking a running back at pick 19 is not going to help your team that much, and it's shown in the past. So I don't like it. Maybe even a tackle for the future. Like, you never know. There's so much better picks. Rashad Bateman would be a better pick also. Like, probably all the other picks you're going to see in this first round will be better picks. Like safety, even Trayvon Moehrig. So I just don't like that pick. But let's move on to this pick. The Bears, Rashad Bateman. That'd be a good pickup. I think that'd be a good compliment to Darnell Mooney. And Allen Robinson probably gone after this year. So he could replace him in the future. And you get a good young duo in Darnell Mooney and Rashad Bateman, and that's looking pretty fire, you know? Pretty fire. The Colts, Azeez Ojulari. Yeah, they could use an edge defender, to be honest. I think Kwity Paye, I mean, it's just my opinion. I think that'd be a good fit and probably better scheme fit because they play a 4-3, and Azeez Ojulari kind of fits probably a 3-4 more, but he could fit in a 4-3. I guess it's also just preference, but Azeez Ojulari, he is a good edge defender, and the Colts could use an edge, and there's not really that amazing tackle prospects left, which kind of hurts them, but I guess you could get someone in the second round. And then the Titans go JOK. Yeah, JOK, I guess they could use him in a lot of different ways. It's probably not the biggest need. I think maybe a big time receiver would be good. Like a Darius Toney wouldn't be bad, or Elijah Moore even wouldn't be, or corner actually. They really need corner. Greg Newsome or Asante Samuel would be good fits. Caleb Farley, actually, bro, I keep forgetting about Caleb Farley. I don't know. I feel like there's better value at this point, unless you put JOK in the slot straight away or something. But he is a really talented player, so I don't think it's that horrible. Like, I think it is a possibility. And then the Jets go Caleb Farley. Yeah, they can maybe take a risk on Caleb Farley because he is a very talented cornerback and they need corner. So if he is healthy, that'd be a really big steal, I think, because he just looks like he translates really well. Like he will translate good into the league. And he's a very talented corner. It's just if that back holds up, then it's a steal. Steelers, Eric Stokes. Jeez. So I guess he's just really high on Eric Stokes for some reason. Eric Stokes, I mean, you can argue that Tyson Campbell is a better corner because he was placing the number one receiver most times. I could definitely argue that. But, I mean, there's better corners also. Asante Samuel and Greg Newsome. I think Greg Newsome would be a good pick. They do really need corner, but you don't know who they have higher. They could maybe have Eric Stokes higher. Again, like, Peter Schrager just bases this off of, like, what he's heard, so not really, can be a bit weird at times. And then the Jags go Kwity Paye. Jeez, I don't know, man. This mock draft's a bit strange now. Kwity Paye, the Jags don't really need edge. They got, unless they're just giving up on Clavon Chase on already. They got Josh Allen on the other side, not the quarterback. But edge, I don't like it. And then Browns, Gregory Rousseau. Yeah, Gregory Rousseau is a good edge defender. Like, he kind of played more inside at Miami. He is very raw also, so it's a bit of a risk, but he could be a good complement to Myles Garrett. I mean, they could maybe use a faster edge defender across from Garrett, but it's not bad. And then the Ravens, they go Jason Owe. Yeah, he can step in straight away. Replace that dude they lost. I just can't think of names. They lost a few dudes on their edge, so he would really fit their scheme also. And then the Saints, Kadarius Toney. Yeah, I like this pick. The Saints need a big time receiver, and Kadarius Toney, I think he can be that. So I really like that pick for the Saints, and he'd just be so fun to see in this offense. I would love this pick personally as a Saints fan. Packers, Elijah Moore. Yeah, the Packers could use another big time receiver. It's just will they do it? Because the Packers just don't really take players like this. Like they haven't took a first round receiver in ages. I think the last pass catcher the only pass catcher I have from the first round is Mercedes Lewis, who they didn't draft. He got drafted by the Jags, but it would be a good fit. And I mean, I just think the Packers need to use their brain for once. I think I should be the GM for them because I can make better decisions than any of theirs do. Because this would be a good pick. And then the Bills, Asante Samuel. That's a good fit, to be honest. He could be really good across from Tre'Davious White. That could be a lethal cornerback duo. Levi Wallace is just an average cornerback at most, and they don't got much else. And so Asante Samuel would be a good pick. I like it. And then Chiefs, Greg Newsome, another good pick, man. The Chiefs, their secondary is average at most. Like, they got Tyrann Mathieu, who's a really good safety. And then they've got L'Jarius Sneed, he was probably the best cornerback in last year's draft. And he came in as a safety. It was like a 4th or 5th round pick. But Greg Newsome can be a really good lockdown number 1 cornerback. So I think that'd just be a really good pick. Tackle also wouldn't be bad. And then the last pick, Trayvon Merrick to the Buccaneers. He could replace, is it Whitehead? I think it's Whitehead, the other safety spot. That could be a good duo with Antoine Winfield. They're both really versatile safeties. He can play that really deep safety, which they need because Winfield can play more in the box and like the slot, just because he has good size and stuff. And then Trayvon Merrick can play back, but can also come down at points. So I think that'd be a really good pick because they don't got a lot of needs. I think Christian Barmore also they would consider. Either one of those picks I would like. So that's Peter Schrager's draft. So it's pretty decent. There's a lot of really questionable picks, that's for sure. But it wasn't horrible. Like Travis Etienne, I hated that pick. But I mean, for somebody who doesn't watch any film or anything, it's not bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed and